Times Great Oldies.
Coming to you live from Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon, it's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. So get ready as Tyler Mathias talks fall sports with all the coaches and players from the area. The Monday Night Sports Talk Show is brought to you by our title sponsor, Griffin Insurance, as well as Pizza Cottage, Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Page One Group, Knox County Veteran Services, and Cubbage Electric and Construction. Now, here's Tyler Mathias live on WMVO Radio, as well as our Facebook and YouTube channel with the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show.
All right, and thank you for joining us here live from Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon, and we appreciate you spending some time with us here on the program tonight, as we will be featuring cross country and golf. And sometimes people sit back and they go, fall season, football Friday night, and that's all they think about. But there's volleyball, and there's, of course, cross country, and there's golf, and there's all kinds of different things that go on during this time of the year. And it is an exciting time for the cross-country team from Fredericktown as well. And we're going to be talking with Coach Bob Geiger. Hanson Wenger is with us, and Lincoln Snyder. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with us here. Before we dive into the season so far, I know the KMAC race was this past weekend. We're going to be talking a little bit about that as well. And coming up this week, it is the district meet as well. Bob, how long you been at Fredericktown as the coach for cross-country? And do you coach the boys and the girls? Is that how it works?
I do. Coach the boys and girls and the junior high.
All right. How long you been doing that?
Since 2000.
2000.
I've been the head coach since 2010.
All right.
Got to coach with Denny Stevens.
Yeah. Now, Denny Stevens, I know, he's got a twin.
Yes,
and
he
so,
has a twin.
one of them was at Centerburg as a gym teacher when I was there.
Right.
Of course, I appreciate Denny and all he's done and everything, and we're going to talk about the Denny Stevens Invitational. That couldn't happen because of some things that did happen, and we're going to talk about that as well. But you get into coaching cross country now. You've done it for 25 years. This is your 25th year. Did you run it yourself? What got you into it?
I mean, my dad was a coach.
Yeah.
So, and I had never heard of cross country until I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And I walked up to meet John Fair at Mount Vernon High School, and he said, "So you're Bobby Geiger?"
Yeah.
And he said, "You're a little heavier than I thought."
You're in great shape.
Yeah, that was my introduction to cross country. Yeah. So and then it just went from there, and ran in college, and always knew I wanted to coach.
Right.
So
you run in college too?
Yeah, I did.
Where'd you run?
At Muskingum.
At Muskingum University. All right, I've been over there a couple of times as well.
Down in the hills.
Yeah, excellent. Well, as you went into this season, what were some of the expectations? Some of the things you looked at, and you said, okay, this group at Fredericktown. I mean, how many kids run cross country in Fredericktown? Some of the expectations with this group.
We have about 75 kids this year.
Oh wow!
Which is actually down a little bit, and our goals were pretty big, but we just graduated a group. We graduated 5 guys who had run in state meets, and so the burden is on these young guys to continue the tradition. And if we were to qualify for the state meet this year, it'd be 10 years in a row. So there's
a little bit of pressure, guys.
A little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
And then they redid the divisions on us.
Yeah.
And they moved us up a division.
Oh,
and so so the road got a little harder.
Is that based on enrollment?
That's based on enrollment. Yep, based on enrollment. And so the goals remain the same. We want to do well in the district meet, and we want to qualify for the state meet. And yeah.
What were your expectations with this group? I mean, you look at it, and is it a veteran group? Is it a group that you're saying, hey, maybe you had to step into some different situations because of the graduations and things?
We're young, and I've not said that in all my years. We're very young. These guys are juniors, and we have 1 senior in our top 7, and then the back 4 are all freshmen and sophomores. And guys that last year their role was minimal as far as the varsity level, and now all of a sudden they're stepping up, and we're asking them to compete at a high level, and the goals we're talking about, and they've never been at that level, so it's a turnover, so quite a bit. So yeah.
Also with you here, junior Hanson Wenger. I appreciate you joining us here. You talk about expectations, kind of moving into a role. What did you want to accomplish this year? Is it simply, hey, keep it rolling, get back to state like you guys have been doing for 10 straight years? Or was it something individually that you wanted to focus on this year as well?
So, I knew we were a young team. These last 2 years, freshman and sophomore, I had the privilege of running with a veteran group of guys. And, So did Lincoln here. So going into this, we knew that it was going to be our our job to kind of step up and motivate the young team. But they've done an exceptional job, and I don't think that there's any reason we wouldn't be able to make a good run and make it to the state for the 10th year in a row. Excellent. Which would be awesome.
I'm going to have you eat that microphone almost like an ice cream cone there, so I'll pull it up to your mouth there. But we talk about the summer. Like, when does practice start? I mean, it's a fall sport, but you can't just, go into it and say, hey, school started, I'm going to start running now, and we got a meet next week. When do you start preparing? Is it an all-year thing?
So, for some athletes, it's, you start in July, you start with conditioning, you get back into it. And then you have other athletes, like personally, I started running in June.
Yeah.
And you take it light at first, you get back into it, you come off your break on track. But, you want to make sure you're doing it kind of year round. It gives you the opportunity to build off, all your previous seasons and, continue just improving.
People look and they go, wow, you just run for fun and obviously competition and things like that. So what made you choose cross country as a fall sport?
So both my parents were runners.
Okay.
And my dad, he convinced me to do it a little bit earlier on. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the group of guys, and the coaching, and just, the feeling you get, when you cross the line on a 5K.
Lincoln Snyder, a junior as well. As you look at going into the season, do you have some goals that you set for yourself, some things that you wanted to accomplish? Now you got an opportunity with the district meet coming up this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I came into this year kind of focusing on, okay, we got some big shoes to fill.
Sure. Yep.
I got to put in some work. I got to take this a little more seriously than I have in the past. So that was kind of my main goal, just try to work as hard as I possibly could.
Some of the things in the summer, you start eating a little healthier. I mean, it's kind of hard in the summer when you're off,
Yeah.
Eating pizzas and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I try to always keep my diet pretty clean, so that's kind of always been something I'm good at.
Yeah.
So,
Bob, I want to talk a little bit about this season to this point. So we talked about the expectations, some of the things you want to accomplish. What have been the highs and the lows of this season? Some of the things you look back and you say, hey, we've done well. Some of the things you go, hey, in the district meet, we're going to have to do better if we want to make that trip back to state again.
Right. What we've done well is these guys have stepped into a leadership role, which is nice because that's what we graduated, was not just ability but leaders. So that's been good. I mean, we've been successful, but our expectations are pretty high. We don't want to go to an invitational and get third or fourth out of 20. We want to win. And so so they've done pretty well on their expectations, but what we really are still working on is those young guys, pulling those young guys up, and this is the level you have to run at. And that's been up and down. The young guys will have a good day and a bad day. And so the challenge has been keeping everybody learning what the expectations are.
And so what are some of the highs, the lows of the season so far? You still got, and some of those lows you can make up for them in the district meet this week. What are some of the things that you look back, you say, hey, we've done well as a team, as an individual. Some things you say, hey, heading into this week, we better do better if we want to advance to the state meet.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this season, for me specifically, part of the team's sickness has been a big low.
Oh.
It's, it's struck us down in some places, but I think going into this district meet, when we start needing to qualify and moving on, we have a healthy team. We have a young team that stepped up really well at the KMAC. They started to realize that at these meets, when it counts, they can run well and they can do better than they expected. And I think that's a big motivator and a big something you look forward to in the future. You can see this young team really start to develop into better runners, better leaders, and I think you'll see that a lot in this district meet.
Did you have a favorite place you ran at so far this year? A place you're like, all right, we could go back there?
Oh, well, I unfortunately missed my favorite meet, sickness, this year.
Dang.
But, all the courses have their ups and downs.
Yeah.
I love every course. They all require a different, strategy going into the race. and I do really enjoy every meet we go to.
For you, Lincoln, you look at some of the highs and lows of this season, some of the things that have stood out for you. What stood out as you've gone through this year and you get to the district meet here this week?
Yeah, I mean, Anson pretty much said all of it.
Yeah.
Main thing for me is that younger group. They've just really done a great job filling in the shoes that they needed to fill in. It's a big responsibility having to be that younger group, but having a lot of just general responsibility on the team, setting an example for the middle schoolers and such. So that was really important to me.
Bob, let's look back at the KMAC meet with these guys up here and things. So how did everything turn out for you guys? Just your thoughts on the KMAC meet this past weekend.
Well, the KMAX has been at Fredericktown.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we've had to travel in a long time, since before COVID. So these guys
is that because of the cocosing thing?
Yeah,
okay,
that is. So that's that. So I think that all I asked them to do was to run as hard as they could and their best. But I talked about it being the next level, stepping up, and they did. We finished third in both the high school races, and my goal had been second in most of them. So a little bit of disappointment, but I also felt like there was a lot of stepping up, especially with the young guys getting to the level that they need to for us to move on.
For you, Anson, what stood out in the KMAC meet this past weekend?
So, like I said, a lot of the sophomores and freshmen, you saw them just running really strong. You saw their training start to pay off. And, I mean, that really motivated me, really gave me something to look forward to going into the postseason meets. And, like Coach said, it was a little disappointing getting third, but at the same time, that lets us know that we have to work. We have to work to move on and get what we want. And I think that's really going to motivate the team as we continue on.
Proves what the expectations are for this group, too, right? I mean, finishing third, and you're like, hey, we want more.
Yeah.
We want better than that. For you, Lincoln, what stood out in that KMAC meet as a team and things?
I mean, there's not much more I can say. Anson's listing everything off.
Yeah.
Just those younger kids, I guess, just pulling it together for us. It's really encouraging. That's they're our backbone. They're what we need for these bigger meets. So.
What are some of the things maybe from the KMAC meet you say we still got to get better if we're gonna be able to get to the state as you get into the district this week?
I guess working together.
Yeah.
There was a lot of space in between runners at that meet, so it's really helpful if you have someone to run with, familiar face, I guess, running alongside.
We talked about it there, Bob, that it's going to be a little different in the spring with everything, with the track work and things like that.
Yeah.
So what's going on there at Fredericktown?
So I got a call on July 28th from the Army Corps of Engineers, and they said we're going to shut the dam down on August 17th. You can't use it. We're going to work for 3 months, which, of course, was our entire season. So we had to break that to the seniors. We had to talk about that because that's so big. Well, then I knew in the back of my head that's been in the process of redoing the track and the football field and just the whole facility at Fredericktown is going to get redone. And that news broke that that's going to happen in the spring as well. So we're not hosting anything in the spring either. Now, what we're going to get out of it, which these guys will see, is a brand new track, everything redone. But,
it's hard.
The things that they're going to lose. So, yeah.
So how are you guys going to practice? I mean, we were just talking a little bit out the air there.
So we're going to have lanes 2 through 8. We're not going to have lane 1 in the track.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Lane 1 has a lot of ups and downs, which is not supposed to happen in a track. It goes up and down.
Yeah.
So we'll make do. We'll be all right. We're going to have all our throwing surfaces and our jumping surfaces still, so we can do all our field events still. But it'll be a little different. We're going to travel for everything. Going to move our invitational to Highland. So we'll still have it, but it'll just be down the road a little ways.
Yeah.
So, we did it for cross country. I guess we're going to do it now for track.
Anson, also for you, things changing a little bit there. You're not having the Denny Stevens Invitational there. Those are exciting things to look forward to, but you'll still get a full year on that new track, so that's a good thing to look forward to, right?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah. I'm excited to have that my senior year. I think it'll be nice to host the Freddie Invite there under the lights on the new track, the new system. It's something exciting to look for. Disappointing for the seniors this year.
Yeah.
A group of people I know really well. I've come close to, and I feel it for them that they miss. They're going to miss it, but there are definitely good things to look forward to at Fredericktown.
for you, Lincoln? The Denny Stevens Invitational, that's something that Fredericktown's hosted for many years and different things. So you look forward to those things. They can't happen because things come up and just those things happen. But you're looking forward to that new track there at Fredericktown.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think it's about time we got an upgrade, so it'll be fast.
Now, nearly 20 years ago, I ran on the Fredericktown track, and my dad looked at me and said, Tyler, your season hasn't been that great. I was a freshman running the 300-meter hurdles. He said, why don't you sprint the whole thing? So I did. And I clipped the last hurdle and face planted on my birthday. And I finished last. So those are my memories of Fredericktown. So I'm looking forward to a new track as well.
New surface. Yeah.
But I appreciate these guys joining us, and best of luck this week to Anson and Lincoln as they prepare for the district meet as well. We want to thank Griffin Insurance, Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Coverage Electric, and Construction, Page One Group, Knox County Veteran Services, and, of course, Pizza Cottage here for allowing us to be here to host this show. We're going to be talking with a couple more members of the Fredericktown Cross Country team. It's next on WMVO.
Hello?
Hey, Joe, Tom here. Listen, is your yard booked for next weekend?
Yeah, the Joneses family reunion.
All right, how about the weekend after that?
Yep, Mrs. Smith's Card Club.
And the weekend after that?
Oh, that's the Thompsons' graduation party. You might as well get used to that if your yard is taken care of by Prescription Turf Care. Everybody wants to use your backyard. Call 740-397-1203 and ask about a free no-obligation estimate.
If you want a healthy lawn and all the weeds gone, call Prescription Turf Care.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back, and that's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-0262 and visit us on Scott Road.
Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon is one of 11 pizza cottages in Ohio. They are among the nation's best performing pizzerias and ranked in Pizza Today. The finest ingredients is used daily. Treat your customers and employees like family and always give back to the community, offering not only takeout but also dine-in and full bar. Book your group parties today. Find Pizza Cottage on Facebook or go to pizza-cottage.com to begin your journey of tastes.
You never thought your child would get their own home so soon, but it needs new wiring pulled and the kitchen could use a makeover. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric and Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004.
Cubbage Electric and Construction is a proud sponsor for this year's fall sports.
Cubbage Electric and Construction, 740-627-8004.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. Let's get ready to rumble. We love football season, and that means stove season is right around the corner. Buckeye Stoves. Check out our showroom with live displays on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. We offer 22 brands of stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. Wood, pellet, gas, and coal. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
You're listening to the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, live on WMVO, brought to you in part by Pizza Cottage, Knox County Veteran Services, and Prescription Turf Care.
All right, we're back at Pizza Cottage, and don't forget tonight, large 14-inch two-topping pizza, large garden salad, and breadsticks for $25 here at Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon. And we'll let the boys go eat, and we'll bring the girls up here. Peyton Blakesley and Elizabeth Schwarzentrooper, thank you guys so much for joining us. And Coach Geiger stays up here with us as well. And, Coach, we talk about the boys' side and some of the expectations going into this year and things like that. Let's look at the girls' side. What were some of the expectations for this group and some of the things that they've accomplished this year?
So this is not a young group. for the most part, but it is
bunch of old people.
Bunch of old people, and there were a group that graduated last year. That the bulk of the varsity was this class, and the class that just graduated. So I knew there was a lot of experience and talent in this group, and there were a few young pieces to move in. The question was, can we stay healthy? Can we get together? And their path, they were in an upper division. There are more girls at Fredericktown than boys.
Okay.
By about 20, which I don't know how that happens, but so their path has always been a little bit tougher over the last couple of years of getting to the state meet. They've been in the regional meet every year by getting to the state. So our goal is still to get to the state meet, still try to win a district title, just like the boys. But they're a more veteran group. I knew what they were, and I didn't have to worry about teaching the young ones quite the same.
They're both seniors.
They're both seniors.
All right, so
these guys. Yeah.
So you don't get to enjoy the track next year.
No, sadly.
Sorry. You can still come back and run anyway, right? They can still come back.
Yeah. Won't be the same.
Will not be the same. Peyton Blakesley, appreciate you joining us. One of the seniors there. Going into this year, last year, what were some of the expectations for yourself? Some of the things you wanted to accomplish this year?
I'd say just focusing on doing better, I guess, and working with the team.
Yeah.
Being a part of the team is really important, I think.
You run throughout the summer. You do that training. How many miles you run a day? You run a lot. You run a lot during the day.
It depends.
Okay.
Depends on how you're feeling during the summer.
Yeah, all right. Sometimes you just want to stay home.
Yeah.
Enjoy
And
your
it's
summer
hot.
break. Yeah, and it's hot.
Yeah.
Just
Depends on what
enjoy
time
your
you
summer
run.
break. So
yes.
So you want to get back to regionals things. What do you see with this group? What is special about this team this year?
We're all strong, mentally and physically. Everybody pushes themselves during races and during practices, and everyone's close with each other. So we're always encouraging each other and staying positive.
For you, Elizabeth, some of the things maybe you looked at as you went into this year that you wanted to accomplish, and some of the things that have happened, some of the highs and lows of this year for you.
Yeah, so my goal going into this year was definitely to get an all-time PR.
Yeah. Did you do it?
I have not yet.
Not yet. So
but I've been close.
All right.
So,
I like it.
Yeah. And just becoming a better teammate and working with the team well.
You have to run during the summer, or you just kind of wait till you get back to school?
No, I run during the summer.
Yeah, you got to be ready for it, things like that. I like kind of what Peyton was mentioning there about the mental side, because when you're running and running a lot, there is a mental side of things. So it's not just physical. You get exhausted, and then your brain's telling you, hey, you're tired. Why don't you stop running?
Right.
And so on that mental side of things, how important is it to, you got to coach, you got to somewhat coach that, but there's only so much you can do, right?
Yeah, our goal is that the team itself is going to pull that last half mile out of you, being a part of the program, being a part of the tradition and all that. We'll train them for 2.5 miles, and that last 0.6 they're going to do because they're part of something. They want to represent, they're proud of their self and their teammates, and they don't want to let their teammates down. So that's how they get, because when it really gets tough there at 2.5 miles, and you want to stop.
Yeah.
And you got a lot to run for.
I would stop at the half mile.
yeah.
Curtis and I, we're sprinters. We're not distance people. Curtis, he's a sprinter too. How long is a cross-country meet?
So it's 5K, 3.1 miles.
3.1 miles, okay.
Yeah.
Here's a 5K, which I have done a 5K, guys. Believe that or not, but it was not pretty. So when we look at the KMAC meet for the girls' side of things this past weekend, what stood out to you for that, Bob?
How hard they ran.
Yeah.
It was not a fast course, and how hard the effort was and how well they ran. Just like the boys, I think our goal was to get second. We got third barely, so that was a little disappointing, but the effort I saw out of the girls' team as a whole, you can't do anything about it when another team just runs better if you run as well as you can. So these guys ran really well. And all I ask, I'm saying the boys, give me your best effort, and I think they did. So the good part was how hard we ran. That'll work out well going forward. It's a little bit disappointing getting third because our goals are pretty high, but I feel pretty good about this week. So,
Peyton, looking back at the KMAC meet, what stood out to you in the meet this past weekend? Some of the things you say, hey, going into the district meet, got to do better if you're going to move on to regionals in the state and things like that, and some of the things you say, hey, we did do well, we got to keep it moving.
I think that some of the girls got in their heads during the conference meet, and I think that when we go into districts and regionals, we should encourage each other, and just run, like not to worry too much about it, because when you get in your head, it gets really difficult to keep going. And yeah.
As an individual, how did you feel about the KMAC meet? Some of the things you look back and you go, boy, that was tough this past weekend, and some of the things you say, well, you as an individual can do better.
I think that when I was running, I kind of got in my head a little bit, but I got past that, and I just focus on the girl ahead of me and trying to catch up to her. Not looking down, just looking straight ahead.
You guys listen to music during that? You're allowed to do that?
No.
Yeah, okay. I didn't really know.
It definitely helped.
See, I don't know a lot about cross country, do I, Curtis? No, I don't. We don't know a lot about running. We'll sprint in the parking lot sometimes for videos. Yeah, now listen, we would set PRs if there was food at the end. And we'll tell you that. For you, Elizabeth, KMAC meet, what stood out for you?
I think we ran really well as a team. We were very strong. I do agree. I think some of us got in our heads. And in the second mile, it can definitely be hard to keep pushing. Because once you get to the third mile, you're like, I got this far. The finish is almost here. But the second mile sometimes is hard to keep going and stay mentally good.
Coach, you look now at what this week looks like. How does it work for you guys? Because you're not going to run every day, right? I mean, and then you go, or do you run every day and then you got the meet on Saturday? How does this all work?
So we do run every day. We usually do 2 workouts a week.
Okay.
The heavier lifting's on Tuesday. That's the biggest workout of the week. Mm-hmm. And then Thursday's a lighter workout. So Monday and Wednesday are easy, and Friday's just prep. Make sure you're rested up a little bit for Saturday. So, yeah, we'll run every day.
All right. Saturday is where? Hilliard Derby?
Hilliard Derby. Yeah.
Hilliard Derby. So you get out to Hilliard Derby. How important is it for you, Peyton, when you get towards the end and you just hear people cheering? Because when I ran, when I ran like high hurdles, like I didn't hear anything. It happened so fast. Right. And then when I ran 300-meter hurdles, and everybody. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, my mom probably was. But when you get those, you can kind of hear it a little more when you got these longer things. So how important is it to fans and maybe even Coach Geiger and cheer you on as you get towards that end, and it's like, okay, I want to give up, I don't want to keep pushing here, but to finish the race with your fans behind you?
To be honest, when I'm running, I just am so focused on the race. Sometimes I don't hear people.
Yeah, sure.
Like, it's just more of like a blur people cheering. Sometimes I can hear I can hear Coach Geiger a lot because he's by himself most of in more quiet areas, and it helps because he'll tell you like what you need to do and what you're like doing good on. So that really helps.
For you, Elizabeth, do you hear anybody? I mean, like I say, I never did, except for when I ran 300 meters, like I say. But you hear people cheering?
I hear some people, yeah. So not everyone, but I do hear some people. And what's especially encouraging is teammates in the race that'll encourage you, and even people from other teams I've had that have encouraged me during the race, and that's what's really special.
All right, well, it's going to be fun this week. You guys are going to be racing in the district, and so it goes district, regional, and state, right? So if you're able to pass this one, you go to regionals next week. Is that right?
Right.
Where's that at again? Pick North?
Pickerington North.
Pick North. Okay. So get out and support these kids. It's going to be a really fun week for you guys, and I know there's a lot of expectations here. So it should be a lot of fun. But Bob, thank you so much for joining us. Ladies, thank you so much for spending time with us, and we appreciate the boys for spending some time with us as well here on the program. We're going to be talking with Mount Vernon Golf here coming up. But we do want to thank all of our great sponsors, Griffin Insurance, Buckeye Stoves, Prescription Turf Care, Coverage Electric and Construction, Page One Group with the mugs here. We'll get you guys some mugs, take home, Knox County Veteran Services, and Pizza Cottage. So appreciate them having us out here. This is the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Let's take this break. We'll come back and more of the program coming up on WMVO.
You buy Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. Let's get ready to rumble. We love football season, and that means stove season is right around the corner. Buckeye Stoves. Check out our showroom with live displays on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. We offer 22 brands of stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. Wood, pellet, gas, and coal. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back, and that's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-0262 and visit us on Scott Road.
You never thought your child would get their own home so soon, but it needs new wiring pulled and the kitchen could use a makeover. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric and Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004.
Cubbage Electric and Construction is a proud sponsor for this year's fall sports.
Cubbage Electric and Construction, 740-627-8004.
So I got this neighbor, Dave. He was kind of curious about my lawn. Grumbled that he bought a patch fix for his yard. Well, it didn't fix the patch. I tried to tell him, call Prescription Turf Care. Come aerate and overseed in the fall. You get a nice, thick, healthy yard next year that goes great with that nice, thick, juicy steak right here. Call 740-397-1203 and ask about a free no-obligation estimate. And remember, if you want a healthy lawn and all the weeds gone, call Prescription Turf Care.
Call Prescription Turf Care.
Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon is one of 11 pizza cottages in Ohio. They are among the nation's best performing pizzerias and ranked in Pizza Today. The finest ingredients is used daily. Treat your customers and employees like family and always give back to the community. Offering not only takeout but also dine-in and full bar. Book your group parties today. Find Pizza Cottage on Facebook or go to pizza-cottage.com to begin your journey of tastes.
WMVO Weather Center forecast.
The current temp 68 degrees under clear skies. The wind is from the northeast at 8 miles per hour. The forecast for this evening, partly cloudy with a light breeze, the temp 57. Overnight, some clouds here and there and somewhat breezy with a temp 52. And then tomorrow, partial clouds with a bit of wind and the temp 71. That's Storm Track weather on the heart of Knox County, WMVO.
You're listening to the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, live on WMVO. Brought to you in part by Page One Group, Buckeye Stoves, and Cubbage Electric and Construction.
All right, we're back here at Pizza Cottage. Thanks for joining us here, and we appreciate those who have stopped out to grab some food tonight. Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, live from Pizza Cottage. And, we should be watching the Guardians right now.
I wish we were.
I wish we were. Yeah, but it is Toronto and Seattle on the TV here at Pizza Cottage. So
Yeah, you got a lot of ex-Indians on there. It's still fun to watch.
But I apologize. I'm the reason that the Guardians aren't playing anymore. So let's talk golf.
Yeah, that's right. The fun sport. Here we go.
Appreciate you guys joining us. TT Crouch with us here. Griffin Beach, Tice Davidson, and Tyler Marcel. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Now, back months ago, I actually, golfed. I went to Top Golf for the first time in my life. It was not pretty. It was very ugly. My wife won, and she's never golfed before, so I'm a pretty bad golfer. I don't think you want me out on the links, right?
You probably saw one of these guys out there while you're out there playing. They play all the time.
You guys go out there all the time?
Yeah.
You probably saw me, shank it off to the right. I don't know. I'm terrible at it.
It's a hard game.
It
is.
A hard game, people think they go, all you have to do is hit the ball and then get it in the hole, and then, you ride a cart to the ball. It's not that big of a deal. You don't have to be athletic for that. Are you kidding me? I tried that thing, and it was like I couldn't figure it out. So let's just say that you would never want to be on the golf team either. But for the first time in, I think, 16 years, you guys win a conference championship, which is pretty awesome. We talk about expectations there. We were talking there with Fredericktown about expectations. Is that the expectation every year? Win a conference title, give yourself a chance to get a state championship?
Yeah, it is, and we put a lot of work, in the off season. Every day in the wintertime, we have this new indoor facility at the high school, and these guys went down to the gymnasium one day, and we went down to see the golf banners, and we haven't seen some new numbers on there since 2009 for the league championship. So
Were any of you guys even alive?
Yes.
barely. So
he was 2. Okay.
So that was our goal this winter, is to win a league championship. That hasn't been done in quite a long time, and these guys achieved that, and it's been fun to watch.
Yeah. So we go into this year. Is it a veteran group? Was it an expectation of saying, hey, we know we can do this, and you take care of business?
Yeah, veteran group for sure. We had 3 seniors that led us all season long. We had a couple sophomores in there too that stepped up big for us when they needed to. So yeah, I think overall it's a pretty veteran group. A lot of guys played varsity last year for us. So yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know a ton about golf. So, I mean, I may sound a little stupid here because I don't know a ton about golf and things. But for you, Griffin, going into this year, what were you hoping to accomplish? Work on your short game? What were some of the things you wanted to accomplish this year?
I mean, a lot of it was working on the mental game. So last year, my season ended halfway through. I broke my arm.
You broke your arm playing golf?
After a golf tournament, made the pretty unwise decision to play some touch football.
Oh, yeah.
Two-hand tap on the football field. Tyler was there.
He broke his arm?
Yeah.
All right.
He just fell. And then
Well,
his arm broke.
It just happened.
Nobody even touched him. He just
Nobody
fell.
touched me. I slipped.
You slipped.
But just
Broke
a
your arm. Yeah.
big mental game.
Yeah.
That's the big thing about golf.
Yeah.
Just staying present, staying in every single shot, and trying to expect the best outcome.
Yeah. So when you go throughout the year, we talk about Top Golf. Do you go Top Golf and stuff like that? Like, what's your score there? It's obviously different than a regular golf game.
I mean, I go there probably once a year. I forget what game
Once a
mode.
year. Okay,
like
so
I
same
forget.
as me.
So I don't know. A lot of my friends that don't golf, they like to play the Angry Birds.
Okay, yeah.
They have a chance at Angry Birds.
They do have a chance
it's
at
luck.
Angry Birds because it's not entirely skill. But
There you go. Trust me, there's no skill for me involved. Thinking about going into this year, though, and coming off the injury and things like that, what did you want to do with this season?
I wanted to help lead our team along with our other 2 seniors to win a league championship. And last year, we weren't that far off, and this year I knew it would be possible.
Tice Davidson, going into this year, what were some of the expectations for you and some of the things you worked on in the summer as you got into this year as well?
My thing was just proving myself. I started golf my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Unlike these 2, they've been in the program since they were 7th, 8th grade. So it was just coming off my junior year. I was a JV kid. Just being able to come back and improve and be there for these guys and help them win conference. It was just one of the bigger parts of the year.
What made you jump into golf?
I played baseball and football my entire life. My freshman year, I took a good hit to the knee with a baseball, and that really screwed up my knee. I'm dislocated a couple times. So.
Jeez, you guys need to be more careful.
Yeah.
But Tyler, I'll have you pass that off there. What were some of the things you wanted to get accomplished this year as you got into the golf season?
So my sophomore year, my first year playing golf, I set 2 main goals by the end of my high school career. I wanted to make it to districts, and I wanted to average in the 70s at least one time.
Yeah.
Because I knew if we did that, we'd have a good chance to win conference too. So I did both of those this year, and I mean, it's a big part of it. And also my mental game, I had to work on that a lot, just like Griffin said.
We all did.
Yeah. Well, what do you have to? I mean, the mental game thing. Because it would bother me too.
Well, golf's a hard game.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
These guys set really high expectations for themselves, I feel like, on the golf course a lot of the times. And in golf, you hit a lot of bad shots.
Yeah.
So it's about how these guys overcome those bad shots and then, just battle adversity throughout the round.
Going to the Licking County League, what were your expectations with that? I mean, you look at the league itself. You guys end up, as I mentioned, you win the league for the first time in 16 years. And it's a realistic opportunity, and you took care of business. So what happened?
Going into the year, I thought we had a great chance to win the conference, and I thought we just played great and played how we were capable of playing. We could win conference. We kind of got off to a slow start. The first 2 events were in second place, and these guys played great the last 2 events when it mattered. and came up clutch.
So how does that work? You play 18 holes in like three straight days, or
they
what?
They play 18-hole tournaments. So you play 4 different 18-hole tournaments, and if you win, you get 10 wins and 0 losses. If you come in second, you can get 9 wins and 1 loss. So it's a win-loss record per event.
Okay. So Griffin, tell us about the Licking County League golf tournament there. Some of the things that stood out for you guys. Obviously took care of business.
So especially at the Denison tournament, we knew what we had to do. We had to win and get a little bit lucky with Granville finish of 3rd or worse. And we took care of business. We won that tournament by, I want to say, by more than 10, at least 10 shots. So we played really well at Denison. We had 3 scores in the mid-70s and 1 score of an 80 that counted. So I'm really proud of how we played as a team. But Granville at that point, they just didn't play very well, and other teams helped us out a little bit. So
yeah, got some help too.
Yeah. When you think about that, you got to take care of your own business first,
and
then let the chips fall where they may, right?
Yeah, these guys took care of their business first and won the tournament. Now we're kind of watching the leaderboard throughout the day. Hopefully, one of the other teams will beat Granville. They're always one of the top teams in the conference every year, it feels like. So to take those guys down, it feels good.
Yeah. Dice, what stood out to you in the Licking County League golf tournament there?
I would say being able to come back. I mean, we all had a slow start as a team. First conference tournament of the year, I think we got tied second with 3 other schools. It was a rough tournament for everybody. We left home not feeling great about our chances, honestly. Coming back, next tournament was Chapel. That one was not so strong as a team. I know Griffin and I played pretty decent golf there. That kept us in the running.
Go ahead. But for you, Tyler, what stood out to you?
So in our first 2 LCL tournaments, we got off to a really slow start, like they said, and I was a big part of the slow start. I wasn't exactly playing my best golf. So then the last 2 tournaments, we knew we had to go win-win, and Granville had to get 3rd once. So we took care of business. We won our last 2 LCLs by a combined probably 23 shots or something. And then Granville got 3rd once, and we won the LCL.
Now, Tyson, I cut you off there. I'm sorry. Do you have anything else to mention there?
Oh, no, you're all good.
I just wanted to make sure. I cut him off a little bit.
He likes to talk, I know that.
Hey, we don't have a problem with that here. We like that. You're on the right place.
I have a job after this, Tice.
Curtis, he's the guy to talk to. So you play a couple of tournaments within the Licking County League throughout the year, is that right?
Yeah, we play 20 tournaments throughout the year. We travel all over Central Ohio and here locally. And I think we play one of the toughest schedules in the state of Ohio. We had 2 teams in our district that finished first, second at states last 2 days. So these guys face elite competition every single time they tee it up, so which is good for them for conference play.
Griffin, the golf simulator, how cool is that thing?
It's pretty cool, and I mean, in Mount Vernon, we're super lucky to have some very generous donors that have helped make that possible, and other community members who helped, build and just put the whole thing together.
Dice, what do you think of that golf simulator? I should come out there and try that sometime.
Yeah, these guys wore it out.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I love it. I mean, being able to have that as an availability in the winter. I mean, some schools aren't as lucky as we are. I know guys like us 3, I mean, we were up there every day. I mean, I know him and I got kicked out a couple times because we were up there too much. So it's definitely a blessing, absolutely.
Hey, how can they get in there too much?
Yeah, they. I looked at the stats the other day. They hit over 60,000 golf shots this winter.
That's awesome.
Up in the golf lab, yep.
Tyler, how great is having that available for you?
I think having better facilities than a lot of colleges is really cool.
Yeah.
That's a big part.
State of the art.
Yeah.
TrackMans that will track their ball, their swing analysis, their club face, how far the ball goes.
Thanks to all our donors.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of people.
Yeah. So could I come out and try it sometime?
Yeah, come on, check it out. Yeah.
Gary would bring the camera. Gary would bring the camera, TT. I'm telling you.
I love it.
And it would be a lot of fun. So, all right, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that happened there with the district meet, too, and some of the other things that happened throughout the season. We appreciate you guys joining us. Mount Vernon Golf here on the program. It is the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Let's take this break. We'll be back. More of the program coming up on WMVO.
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
You never thought your child would get their own home so soon, but it needs new wiring pulled and the kitchen could use a makeover. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric and Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004.
Cubbage Electric and Construction is a proud sponsor for this year's fall sports.
Cubbage Electric and Construction, 740-627-8004.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
Filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Whether it's your home, farm, auto, business, RV, or boat, Griffin Insurance has you covered. Located at 300 Coshocton Avenue in Mount Vernon, we've been protecting what matters most to Knox County for decades. Call 740-397-7488 today and experience the trusted local service you deserve. Griffin Insurance, coverage you can count on from people you know.
So I got this neighbor, Dave. He was kind of curious about my lawn. Grumbled that he bought a patch fix for his yard. Well, it didn't fix the patch. I tried to tell him, call Prescription Turf Care. Come aerate and overseed in the fall. You get a nice, thick, healthy yard next year that goes great with that nice, thick, juicy steak right here. Call 740-397-1203 and ask about a free no-obligation estimate. And remember, if you want a healthy lawn and all the weeds gone, call Prescription Turf Care.
Call Prescription Turf Care.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back, and that's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-0262 and visit us on Scott Road.
This is Lorraine from Buckeye Stoves. Let's get ready to rumble. We love football season, and that means stove season is right around the corner. Buckeye Stoves. Check out our showroom with live displays on State Route 95 in Fredericktown. We offer 22 brands of stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. Wood, pellet, gas, and coal. BuckeyeStoves.com. Buckeye Stoves, the cozy way to save.
Pizza Cottage in Mount Vernon is one of 11 pizza cottages in Ohio. They are among the nation's best performing pizzerias and ranked in Pizza Today. The finest ingredients is used daily. Treat your customers and employees like family and always give back to the community. Offering not only takeout but also dine-in and full bar. Book your group parties today. Find Pizza Cottage on Facebook or go to pizza-cottage.com to begin your journey of tastes.
WMVO Weather Center forecast.
The current temp 68 degrees under clear skies. The wind is from the northeast at 8 miles per hour. The forecast for this evening, partly cloudy with a light breeze. The temp 57. Overnight, some clouds here and there and somewhat breezy with the temp 52. And then tomorrow, partial clouds with a bit of wind and the temp 71. That's storm track weather on the heart of Knox County, WMVO.
You're listening to the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, live on WMVO, brought to you in part by Pizza Cottage, Knox County Veteran Services, and Prescription Turf Care.
All right, we are back here for the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, and we're still waiting on our plan for Friday night as we are hoping to possibly get over to Licking Valley for the high school football game there. So we'll keep you up to date on that. I typically try to promo it, tell you where Curtis is going to be so you don't end up there. But I'm just teasing. He didn't even hear me. All right, just want to make sure there. But we are looking forward to getting out for high school football here this week on Friday night as well. The Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets have a big football game against Licking Valley.
They'll be there.
You guys going to be there? You guys go in the student section, like cheer it on, like
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
heavy.
Aren't you guys the leaders of the Hive? or-
Yeah. Get out. Oh, okay, pretty
Pretty
much. Get out there and get loud.
Yeah.
It's a big game.
We're dressing up, I think, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's the theme?
Costume
All
night.
right,
yeah.
costume night. All right.
I did that last week.
Hey, if you go to the game, can you do that too? We've worked together for a long time. We can say this about each other. We tease each other a lot here. But appreciate you guys joining us here. Let's talk about the district tournament. So you guys are in Division 1. Is it always been it's the first time you played Division 1 in a while?
It's always been Division 1. There's only 3 divisions in golf.
Okay.
They had the changes for baseball, basketball, football, but for golf, it's still 3 divisions for golf. So we made it out of the sectionals last 2 weeks ago and shot 303 and made it out. And first time we've done that in 9 years, I believe, too. So this group of guys, they accomplished a lot of things this year. I know it didn't end the way they wanted to. They wanted to go to states, but they should be proud of what they accomplished.
Yeah. So let's look at the district tournament. You guys, finished 10th or things like that. What stood out for you from the coaching standpoint with this group?
I thought they played great. We had terrible weather. It rained. It was windy.
Yeah.
I thought we had a bad draw, but these guys handled it really well. Our highest score is 80, and our lowest score is 78, so they all played great. They all played consistent. And, it's fun to watch.
How does a draw work for golf? How does that work?
They do tee times. For the sectionals and districts, it's tee times, so we teed off first and played 5 holes in the rain.
Not even.
5 holes in the rain. So, and some schools haven't even teed off yet.
Oh.
So.
What stood out in the district golf tournament there?
Well, all 3 of us here shot 79. The 2 sophomores shot 80, which, that's not bad considering the conditions. Apple Valley's not an easy golf course.
Yeah.
I think we handled ourselves very well, and we knew it was going to be a struggle playing some very, very good teams. So.
For you, Tice, what stood out to you in the districts?
You walk into districts, you've got the competition. You've got your D1 commits, your kids who are there to show up and show out, get ready, move on.
Yeah.
They take it like another day. That was my first year there. These guys' first year, we've not been. I had a very slow start, one of the slower starts I've had all season. Thankfully, I picked it up right around the end. Kind of remembered how to play. That definitely helped out a lot. But
for you, Tyler, what stood out to you there in the district?
So nobody expected us to make it to districts. So to prove everybody wrong and get to districts, and then, even though we didn't make it out of districts, we got there, we put in the work to get there, and we gave ourselves a chance to get out. That's all we could really do.
When you talk about practicing for golf, is it just going out on the course and just being like, all right, guys, just go work, go hit some balls?
There's different ways that we practice. We do some qualifying throughout the year, which kind of simulates tournament pressure just to get into the lineup, to get into the tournament. We also made them bring out their umbrellas during the practice round on Monday before districts is about to rain. They're like, why do we need our umbrellas for? It's not going to rain today.
Yeah.
Didn't you, Tice?
Yeah.
I said, bring out your umbrella. Let's get to work. Let's figure out what we're going to do for tomorrow and prepare for the weather.
All right. Tice will not be a weatherman, so go ahead and cross that one off.
I'm all good.
They only have to be right 50% of the time anyway, so you could still be a weatherman after all. These 3, though, I want to talk about what they've meant to this program and what they've done for Mount Vernon golf team.
Yeah, these guys set the standard for the Mount Vernon golf program going forward. They've accomplished things that hasn't been done in a long time. And we had a couple of younger guys that played on the team with these guys that, they're going to learn from them, not only on the golf course, but off the golf course as well.
What's some of the biggest growth you've seen from these guys?
Starting with Tice Davidson, he started playing golf 2 years ago. First time ever picking up a club, and he shot 130 52. At tryouts.
52.
152 at tryouts.
152, all right. That's not where I would be.
He's a great kid, and, he worked hard, and we kept him. And I never would have thought 2 years down the road he'd be helping us, lead us to a conference championship that hasn't been done in 16 years.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you how hard he's worked, how hard all these guys have worked.
Yeah.
It just makes it fun to watch, and makes me proud to be a coach.
Yeah. When we talk about just how, talk about 16 years. That speaks for itself. I mean, but for this group to pull that off, what had to happen? I mean,
it starts with Tyler and Griffin, our two captains. They've been a part of the program since their 7th grade year, taking all these guys out to play, kind of being on the guys if they're not working hard enough, just kind of being leaders on the golf course and getting these guys out to go play and practice and, kind of push people. And they worked really hard as well.
Griffin, what is maybe the biggest thing that stood out here in your final year at Mount Vernon golf?
2 years ago, we were pretty close as a team to winning the OCC, our old conference. Tyler and I we both played pretty well in those tournaments, but couldn't quite get it done. New Philadelphia beat us out, which was a surprise because they usually aren't the best at golf, but it was a lot of fun being able to close out a conference victory this year, and something that, I didn't really expect, looking at the program when I started in my 7th and 8th grade years.
Excellent. For you, Tice, what were some of the biggest thing, maybe the biggest thing that stood out with this group this year that you guys won a conference championship?
I would say, I've been here since sophomore year, but this is the first year I feel like we've been together as a team. You've got your separate guys. You've got your varsity, you've got your JV, but this is the first year I've seen where everybody's together and everybody cares about everybody. It's been really big to have everybody a part of it. Like, we've got our tournaments, our home tournaments, and then seeing the community come out. Like, we've had 3-4 home tournaments this year, and there was 20 carts of people following us around. It'll get to you a little bit, but it's really nice seeing all the community come out and watch.
Yeah. For you, Tyler, what biggest thing stood out this year?
Yeah, so like Griffin said, when I was a 8th grader or a freshman just starting golf, I didn't really know what it was like to, didn't know that golf had, playoffs essentially or that. So, and then sophomore year, we had a great team. We just never put the scores together to get it done. Last year, we had the talent. We just didn't put the scores together to get it done. And this year, we finally just, all at one time, we just clicked and we got it done.
TT, great group here. What is the hope for the future, the expectations for the future for Mount Vernon Golf?
I think now the guys know what it's like to, compete for a conference championship, and hopefully it drives those younger guys that want to work harder in the off season up in the golf lab when it's, 16 degrees outside and snow on the ground. Go up to the golf lab and hit balls in the middle of the wintertime.
All right, and I'll be out there too.
That's right. Come on out.
I'm going to go out there. You guys can't make fun of me or anything.
Love to have you.
I don't think it'll be pretty. You guys will probably have to teach me, what the heck I'm doing and what club to use.
Yeah, these guys can show you.
Yeah, I'm not a great athlete as it is. I'm probably the most athletic at the radio station, I'm going to go ahead and say, but but I'm not the greatest golfer in the world, so.
Yeah.
But of course, even if I was, I wouldn't be put on the team for the chamber event. All right, I'll leave it at that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And I really appreciate first time we've been able to have golf on, and look forward to having Mount Vernon golf on going forward as well. Thanks to Gary with 2 R's and Curtis with a C behind the scenes here and all their work. And thanks again to Griffin Insurance, our Monday Night Sports Talk Show host, or our sponsor, I should say. I am the host. But and also thanks to Pizza Cottage for having us out.